The man never expected that after finally reaching level 9999, he would return to the surface only to find his hometown in ruins. He swore to make those responsible pay the price, to investigate the so-called chosen one, and the higher-ups mentioned by the dying werewolf. Jack put on a mask that could distort others' perception of him. He went to Dargus town to register as an adventurer. By raising his adventurer rank, he could access more advanced information. Not wanting to draw attention at first, he only brought a level 5000 golden knight and a dark elf, but he didn't realize that his equipment alone made him the center of attention wherever he went. Soon after registering as an adventurer, Jack went to a nearby inn, took out a large bag of gold coins, and paid for a month's stay on the top floor. Then he cast noise cancellation, magic interference, and detection spells to ensure there were no surveillance or eavesdropping devices around. The dark elf was a bit puzzled. She understood the meaning of Jack acting as an adventurer on the surface, but no matter how careful they were, accidents could still happen. Jack didn't need to act personally. He could just give orders to them from the abyss. Hearing this, Jack suddenly couldn't hold back his anger. He demanded to know if the dark elf was trying to rob him of his chance for revenge. The dark elf quickly apologized. She had overstepped her concern and begged her master for forgiveness. Luckily, Gordo stepped in to explain. Jack also felt a bit sorry. The dark elf was only thinking of him, yet he had been so emotional. The dark elf realized a servant shouldn't interfere with their master's decisions. After renewing her oath of loyalty to Jack, the next day, they went to a nearby dungeon. Because this dungeon was known for good rewards, it attracted many adventurers looking to make money. But while Jack was waiting in line normally, an elf blatantly cut in front of him. Jack tried to tell the elf to follow the rules and not cut in line, but the elf spoke with a superior tone. "Do you know who I am? How dare you speak to me like that?" Naturally, Jack didn't let it slide. If you're wearing a cloak to hide your face, a famous person shouldn't act so disgracefully. That angered the elf immediately. "How dare a mere human insect talk back to me?" Just as he was about to teach Jack a lesson, the dark-skinned elf traveling with him stopped him, telling him to calm down. They couldn't forget their purpose here. Though the elf's anger was temporarily suppressed, he deeply resented Jack for this. The people around were impressed. Jack had made an elf obey the rules with just a few words. The boy in front of Jack in line thanked him, explaining that humans were the weakest among the 9 races, and though they wanted to stand up to elves, they often couldn't. When it was Jack's turn to enter the dungeon, his followers couldn't help but remark that this was their first time entering a dungeon other than the abyss. They had heard this dungeon was vast. The deeper you went, the stronger the magic became, and the environment would grow more diverse due to the magic. Just stepping into the first layer felt like entering another world. Meanwhile, the elf from earlier took out his anger on a group of orcs. He was the youngest ever to join the Fairy Queen's strongest knight order, and had inherited the blood of heroes and the chosen one. Yet he had been looked down on by mere human trash. The dark-skinned elf told him to calm down. Their target was the giant on the 3rd layer. Once they obtained the materials, they could make a breakthrough potion. His powerful bloodline had allowed him to exceed the usual limits for elves, but he had now hit his growth cap, so he was desperate to make a potion to raise his level. That way, he could crush everyone who looked down on him. But the elf never expected that while they were heading to the 3rd layer, Jack had already wiped out all the giants, collecting their magic stones as proof of conquest. This would quickly raise his adventurer rank. On the way back, Jack happened to notice the group that had been cut in line earlier facing a goblin attack. They handled it smoothly with coordinated teamwork. Just as they were about to collect the magic stones, Jack suddenly appeared before them, warning that enemies were approaching nearby. As soon as he finished speaking, a pack of forest wolves charged out of the woods. They thought the wolves were attacking them, but the wolves rushed past in a panic, as if fleeing from something much stronger chasing